Hey everybody, there's some really strong wind gust in this audio. I'm trying out a new camera. It's a DJI Osmo Pocket I got on eBay for about 100 bucks used. And pretty good video, but the audio is messed up a little bit. It's a little in the wind. The second thing we're doing is we're riding around on the Jetson Bolt Ebike I got for $249. And we're talking about living in the 55 and over community of Sunrise Lakes, where I've lived for the last 13 years. Well, hello everybody. Today we're going to be testing our DJI Pocket camera, Osmo Pocket. It's an older version. Got it used on eBay for $105. Well, we're also going to be doing a little video about Sunrise Lakes. I had somebody stop me the other day. They were interested in buying an apartment, so they asked me some questions, and when they left I thought to myself, I could have told them a lot more, but I wasn't thinking at the time. So I thought I'd go over some pros and cons if people are interested. So one of the pros of living in Sunrise Lakes is you're very close to the emergency services. Where I live, it's 5 minutes away. So a few times I've needed an ambulance and they were able to get to my apartment within minutes, which is, if you have never needed an ambulance, you don't really pay much attention to something like that. But once it happened to me, I realized how lucky I was that they were able to get to me within 5 minutes. This happened a couple of times. There's a fire rescue station just a couple blocks to the east of the complex. Another thing you might not consider a big deal, but if you look over here, we have a lot of guest parking spaces. A lot of places I've lived, there's been a tremendous amount of friction and drama over parking spaces, and because we have a large amount of parking spaces here, and they also have assigned parking spaces, so people know where they're supposed to park and what is their space and what isn't. And if you have a guest, there's plenty of room. So this eliminates a lot of drama. Another aspect is the low maintenance fees, or I should say not low but reasonable. They have gone up recently. Mine for one bedroom is $410. That covers all of my utilities and the trash. It doesn't cover electricity, but it covers the garbage and the water. And also that covers the maintenance fees of the building, and also you have the facilities, the pool and the clubhouse and the golf course and so on. So there's a lot included in it, $410. They have security. Something else is that the price has gone up on the units dramatically in the last few years. But back in 2010, you could have purchased a unit here for close to what the raw materials cost. The units that I live in don't allow rentals, so you have to be 55 and over to live in them. And so that makes it kind of difficult for the owners. If someone passes away, they have to sell it or find someone in the family who's 55 or older to live in it. Sometimes if you have an elderly person that you're taking care of, they'll give an exemption to live there while you're assisting your relative. But it's the reason I mentioned the prices of the units. I think they're going to be coming back down. And when they do, they're going to be a good buy. Even though you can't rent them out. You can't make a profit and like buy several and so on. They had initiated some parking decals to see who lives here and who doesn't, and when they did that, they found a lot of people were living here and hadn't gone through the process of being accepted into the program. The units, you need to be approved. They were renting them out with Airbnb and stuff. So when they went to the decals, a lot of people didn't like that, but you could see the people that were living here that got approved got decals, and the other people they were going to get their cars towed unless they came clean. And so it's difficult to buy a lot of units and try to make money. You basically, these are owner-owned homes, which helps a lot. It would be profitable if we could rent them out, but it makes it better for the people that are living there, I think, not having the other problems with the rentals. We'll go by the clubhouse in a minute and you can see the facilities there and the pool and so on. And they have pools all over, and they have the golf course, and they have a handball court in the other units, and they have shows and they have clubs. It's basically the main thing people like is the golf course if you're a golfer. I don't use any of the facilities. The things that I like, you're not allowed. I'd like the garden, or I'd like to have a boat or a wood shop or something that those are something relatable to me. The other stuff, basically I'm paying for a lot of stuff that I don't use. We'll go over here to the clubhouse and the golf course so you can check it out. This is the main clubhouse, and it is the golf course. You can have people golf on the course that don't live here if they go with somebody who does live here. I think it's like $8 or $10 depending on the season. They have a large indoor pool here, but there's a lot of other pools. They have a weight room, and they have a movie theater, and they have spaces for the club meetings and so on. Another advantage is they have a lot of inexpensive or low-cost transportation. I think the Broward buses are $1 for seniors, and they also have a shuttle bus. I think that used to be 25 cents. Someone told me it's free now. You have to make a phone call to let them know you want to be picked up with the shuttle. But actually there's three. There's a main Broward bus, there's a shuttle bus, and there's one, a smaller local one that will come to your door. You also have, because of the location, a large amount of food stores in the area. So you can find out what's on sale and reduce your food costs dramatically if you pay attention. If you have a little freezer, you can stock up on stuff when it's on sale. That's helpful too. Another advantage is you're pretty far west. You're close to the Everglades, so you're kind of far away from the hurricane damage, like right on the water. Also, you don't have flood damage because you're not in a flood zone. This is not an evacuation area for a flood zone. The units go pretty far west. They have phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. And they basically go along the river. We'll try to go over to the river in a minute.
what are some of the disadvantages? One of the disadvantages is it's older units, and in some cases they have some water pipes. They call them risers. They're used for the sewage and the air conditioning, I guess, or there's something connected with the sewage. They're cast iron pipes, and when they do some cleaning out on them periodically, and I think when they do, sometimes they break them, and then there's some water problems, and that can be expensive. There was a hurricane back in 2008 or 9, and where the unit I'm at lost a lot of the units, the air conditioning units on top of the building, and the people on the 3rd floor had damage, and they couldn't get back in their apartments until they were renovated, and this took months and months and months. I think some people were out of their apartments for 10 months. But the crime, I've been seeing more crime than have in the past. We've had a few cars stolen and have had some other issues, but compared to most of Broward County, or especially Dade County, the crime has been very low. That is an advantage I forgot to mention. You can walk along the river, and in the evening or early morning, if you don't mind all the sand spurs and things sticking to your socks and shoes, it's a very relaxing part of living here. You get close to nature a little bit. You can't get in other parts of the county. On Wednesday and Thursday, they have trash day, so they pick up stuff. I like to take my electric bike and go around and find and look at stuff when people around. I could have started a chair museum, all the crazy chairs I've seen over the years. Hello. Hey. There's the pickleball tennis courts. Over here we have a pool area, outdoors, with shuffleboard court that nobody uses, and the meeting rooms. But in the back we got a big old shade tree and a water fountain. You got a bathroom there, and you got a pool. And you got a nice shady spot. Sit here and relax. This is one of the only amenities they don't charge me for, but it's the only one I like. This is the C13 canal, also on the Middle River. Water's down kind of low. You can go all the way down there, make a right, then make a left, and get over to the canal that rims the trailhead that gets out to the Everglades. But you can take it then south and go to Markham Park and go to a boat ramp. So occasionally you see boats come through here, but they have to go through a big old drainage pipe and very shallow water, so you don't see too many big boats come through here. Or hardly any boats at all, because it's a little bit tricky. But yeah, you can get in here with a boat at the ramp at Markham Park. Go all the way down to the dam. So in the evening it's nice to see, you can see the sun coming down, or in the morning, sun coming up. You get a little vista. You got some nice greenery. There's some other things going on here I'm not going to tell you about it. Yeah, so it's pretty relaxing. This is a very interesting walk. You don't see too many people because they have a lot of sand spurs and things that stick to your socks and shoes. But I found a way around that. But it's a reasonably very safe walk, and it's relaxing. It's good for the soul to be out in the air and the sun and the wind, the clouds. And the units go all the way down that way to University and above University. So I'm leaving something out. The units have gone up in price quite a bit. Where you could have bought one bedroom back in 2010 for about, I don't know, $15,000. Now they're up in the 40s. And the 2 bedrooms are going for $170 and $80, some of them. But those prices are coming down, I think. We may have another interesting financial situation. And insurance is going up quite a bit on everything. And also they're making people increase their security fees in case there's an accident in the future because of that big condo that collapsed in Surfside a couple of years ago. Unless you're 2 stories, 3 stories and above, you have to have increased amount of security saved up for your units. So, if you guys have got any questions, leave them in the comments. And we'll see how this video goes. First I'm using the Osmo Pocket. What a nice breeze. There used to be some wind chimes. Not that tree, but the next one down with some chairs. It was relaxing to go down there. I may put some up here surreptitiously. I'm just lie. People don't like them. Okay, I said I was going to go. See you out there, sports fans.